Welcome to Grow Your Wealth, the podcast where scaling a successful brand and your wellness go hand in hand. I'm Rena Goodwin, founder and CEO of FACTEUR PR, a top beauty, health, and wellness PR studio, and I'm here to help you work smarter, not harder. Each week, we'll talk branding, marketing, and business growth alongside real, practical insights from trailblazers who are building businesses without the burnout. If you're ready to grow your brand, protect your energy, and design a life you love, you are in the right place. Let's grow. Hey, welcome back to Grow Your Wealth. I'm your host, Rena Goodwin. And if you're new here, this is the place where we talk about building a business without burning out, growing your brand with intention, and doing it all while actually taking care of yourself along the way. Imagine that. Today's episode is one I'm genuinely excited to share with you because I get asked about this constantly, and I've been sitting on something really, really exciting that I've seen in my business lately that I haven't fully shared publicly yet. And we're talking about AI discovery. Now, I have shared a lot about AI discovery, specifically how tools like ChatGPT and Claude are sending real paying clients directly to businesses like mine, hopefully like yours, or at least they could be if they aren't already. And the thing that I want to lead with is something that is going to make this very real for you very, very fast. And this is what I haven't shared as publicly. And that is at FACTEUR PR, my boutique public relations agency, we have brought in over $100,000 in new business this year from AI discovery alone. Okay. This was not from a viral post. We didn't run any paid ads. This was not a referral that I had to chase down and follow up on. This is from people typing a question into AI, getting a recommendation, and that recommendation being us. And when I really started digging into what was happening, it confirmed, honestly, everything I've been telling my clients for years about the power of visibility. It confirmed everything that I've been telling my clients for years about the power of visibility, the power of authority, and showing up consistently in the right places. So on today's podcast episode, I want to pull back the curtain on how this actually works, answer some questions that I get asked most about AI discovery, and of course, give you some practical things that you can start doing right away to make sure that AI is recommending you, not someone else. So let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, I want to demystify things just a little bit because I think a lot of people hear AI discovery and immediately assume it's some technical, complicated things that only applies to certain businesses, big companies, or thought leaders. And my friends, it's not. It is absolutely happening in your industry right now. Here is a simple version about how this works. So when someone types a question into ChatGPT or Perplexity, which I love, by the way, or even Google's AI overview, the tool doesn't just make something up, guys. It pulls from what it knows, and what it knows is largely shaped by what exists online. So what exists online, meaning credible content, reputable sources, expert commentary, publications that are trusted, podcasts, articles, interviews. It's essentially looking for signals that say this person or this brand or this product or this business knows what they're talking about and other trusted sources agree. That is key. And we're going to come back to that here in a moment. So when a potential client of mine, right, goes into AI and they type something like, who are the best PR agencies for women's health brands? Or what agency should I hire for aesthetics PR, or give me the best PR agencies for dermatologists, FACTEUR PR is what is recommended. It's not magic. It's the result of years of showing up consistently and building authority through media coverage, podcast coverage, creating educational content, and rightfully earning our place as a credible voice in this space. The algorithm, whether it's Google's or AI's, is essentially doing what a really well-connected referral partner would do. It's saying, based on everything I know, here's what I would recommend. The question is, are you giving AI enough to trust you and recommend you? I want to take a moment and address the questions that I hear most about this, because chances are at least one of these is sitting in the back of your mind right now. Do I need a huge following to get discovered by AI? The answer is no. I cannot stress this enough. And what an incredible opportunity for those of us that maybe don't have huge social followings. I do not have a huge following. Factor PR's social media following is still almost at 5,000. We're getting close, but it's not huge, right? There are a lot of other PR agencies with a lot more social media followers than we have. But AI tools are not looking at your follower count. They're looking at your credibility and your authority. Things like media coverage, your expertise, the educational content you've put out into the world. I have seen physicians with 3,000 Instagram followers get recommended by ChatGPT because their name has shown up in the right publications consistently and recently. We'll talk a little bit about that here in just a moment too. Follower count is a vanity metric when it comes to AI discovery. Authority is what matters. Another question I get asked a lot is, come on, does media coverage actually affect AI recommendations? Are you just saying that because you're a publicist? Guys, let me give you the data. In a recent Muck Rack study, over 90% of AI recommendations came from earned media. So yes, absolutely. Media coverage does positively affect AI recommendations. When your name appears in a credible, reputable publication, it creates what I like to call authority signals. It tells AI tools and search engines that you are a trusted expert or brand in your field because it's being validated, right? What's the difference between marketing and PR? Marketing is us saying great things about ourselves. PR is others saying great things about us. And that's really what AI is looking for. So every feature, every expert quote, every podcast interview is a breadcrumb that can lead AI straight to recommending you. So let's say I've convinced you of that, which hopefully I have. You're wondering, well, how long is this all going to take? Listen, it's a long game. I won't sugarcoat that. But here's what I'll tell you. The best time to start building your authority online was like 2 years ago. Okay. But the second best time is right now. Some of our clients start seeing real discoverability shifts within a few months of doing this consistent, strategic visibility work. For others, it may take longer, but the compounding effect is real. And once it starts working, it works for you around the clock. There is like nothing cooler than waking up in the morning and getting a lead gen form submitted, filled out, and sent to your inbox and hearing, oh, AI sent you my way. Thank you, AI. It was great. I didn't do anything but doing what I'm doing, right? On the media and PR front. Another question, I guess, that I get asked a lot too, you guessed it, is this only for big brands? And as I mentioned before, no, guys, absolutely not. AI does not look at your bank account. It does not look at your follower count. In fact, I would argue that individual experts and boutique brands especially have a real advantage here because AI tools are looking for really specific, credible voices on specific topics. So being known for one thing deeply is far more powerful than being known for everything vaguely. Okay. Hopefully that answers some questions because now I really want to get into the nitty gritty on how you can help AI send customers, clients, or patients your way. 7 things you can actually do starting today to strengthen your business's AI discoverability. And I want to be honest with you. Some of these are going to feel familiar, which I think is actually great. If you've been listening to this podcast for a while, like these are not heavy lifts. Okay. But if you do some of these, you're going to get results. If you do all of them, undoubtedly you'll see those results and see them quickly. That's because the fundamentals of building authority online really hasn't changed. It's just that AI has made them more important than ever. So my first tip for you today is get yourself featured in credible publications. This is the single most important thing that you can do, full stop. AI tools heavily weight content from trusted, authoritative sources. So that means pitching yourself or having someone pitch you as an expert source to journalists. It means contributing to articles in industry pubs, pursuing media opportunities consistently, because even one feature in a well-known outlet can eventually meaningfully shift how AI perceives your authority. But again, keep in mind, we've got to have recent media coverage, not press coverage from 10 years ago. This is the foundation, of course, of what we do here at Factor PR, and it's a big reason why our own agency gets discovered the way that it does. My second tip for you today is create consistent educational content. AI tools love content that teaches and, even more importantly, answers a user's question. Think about the questions that your customer or clients or patients are asking and create content that specifically answers and addresses that question. Think about blog posts, podcast episodes, YouTube videos, LinkedIn articles, not posts, LinkedIn articles. All of it contributes to your digital footprint. The more educational and expert-driven content you put out, the more signals you're sending that say, I know this topic deeply. You don't need to post every day. You don't need to post on all of the platforms. You need to post with intention. Okay. And you need to post with consistency. So think quality here over quantity always. Tip number 3, say what you are known for clearly and repeatedly. Okay. I know a lot of us, and I preach this a lot too, show, don't just tell, but in the AI era, we need to tell a lot too. One of the biggest mistakes I see experts make is also just being too vague about their niche. AI discovery rewards specificity. I have seen way more AI recommended leads come to Factor PR's website since we repositioned the business late last year. So going from beauty, home, and wellness to the PR agency for women's health and wellness, for example, has created a huge shift. Similarly, if you are a women's health expert, OBGYN, for example, who specializes in hormonal health and perimenopause, say that, but say it everywhere. So many of us just say it on our website, right? You want to say that everywhere on your website. Yes, your bio, your podcast pitches, in your media commentary. The more consistently your name is connected to a specific area of expertise across the internet, the more confidently AI will recommend you for exactly that thing.
Hi, friends. I want to tell you about our new and improved authority accelerator from Factor PR called RealFluence. RealFluence is the only membership that helps beauty and wellness founders grow their reputation and authority to attract new customers without endless discounting, advertising, or going viral. Inside, you'll learn how to get recognized for your product or your expertise, partner with other founders, and become the name people trust and talk about, all with the guidance and community to support you every step of the way. Remember, you can't buy authority. You have to earn it. And RealFluence is here to help. Visit therealfluence.com to get started.
My fourth tip for you is make sure your website and online profiles reflect your authority, okay? This one sounds simple, but you would be surprised, as I am often surprised, how many incredible experts and brands have a website that doesn't actually communicate just how impressive they are. Your website should clearly state your specialty, of course, your credentials, of course, also your media features, the specific topics that you speak to as well. I recently went to a doctor's office the other day that is a client of ours, and they've got media coverage on the screens in their office. But I was a little bit surprised that they had this great little pamphlet that was like a menu of services, and I didn't even see their media coverage on there, and they have an online version of it as well. So we're circling back with them and saying, hey, first of all, it's a big investment, right? And here's how you can even leverage it further to help, kind of send customers your way. I almost said passively. It's not 100% passive, as you can see, but it's pretty darn close once you do the work. So add those media features to your Google business profile, to your LinkedIn, to any other kind of like industry profiles and things of that nature. It should be consistent, it should be current, and it should be, again, credibility forward. AI pulls from all of these places, so make sure what it finds tells the story that you want people to know about you. Tip number 5, earn and showcase social proof consistently. Your reviews, your testimonials, your case studies, your awards, your client results, those are also credibility signals and are signals of third-party validation that AI is looking for, okay? So for physicians, maybe med spa owners, right? This is especially powerful and honestly one of the most underutilized strategies that I have seen. Make it a habit to ask for Google reviews, document your results, share your wins. Every piece of social proof you put into the world is another signal telling AI that this brand delivers. They're legit, right? Tip number 6, build backlinks through strategic PR and partnerships. This one gets a little bit more technical, but stay with me because it matters. A backlink is simply when another website links back to yours. Okay. The more credible that website is that is linking back to you, the stronger your authority signal becomes to search engines and to AI. This is nothing new if you are familiar with SEO. This happens naturally when you get media coverage, when you contribute to guest articles, or when you're featured in roundups, or when you partner with complementary brands and organizations, so long as they are linking back to your website. Strategic PR is honestly one of the most efficient ways to build backlinks at scale because every placement is a link itself and every link is a vote of confidence in your expertise. If you want to supercharge this effort, you can also take those links and create a blog post on your website. This is especially useful not just for SEO, but also for AI discovery. Let's say you're also featured in an article and it's a top tier article. So you're a plastic surgeon and you're featured on allure.com, right? Very high domain authority website, very credible website that you're featured in, but the topic may not be about exactly what you specialize in, which would be surgery. Maybe it's a topic about skincare, for example. You can actually use that article topic and expand upon it on the blog and insert various customer, client, patient questions about skincare and how it affects, say, a plastic surgery, link back to that Allure article and get some of that AI juice out of the squeeze as well, too. So another little sub tip of tip number 6 there for you. And tip number 7, get on podcasts. This has been a game changer for our business, not just appearing on podcasts, but for some of you might want to start a podcast. I saved this one for last, not because it's the least important, but because I do think in some ways it's one of the most underestimated things that we can do to help with AI discovery because podcast appearances, they create long form, searchable, indexed content that lives online, usually indefinitely. So when you're a guest on a podcast, the show notes, the transcript, the episode page, all of it contributes to your digital footprint in a meaningful way, and AI tools pick up on it. So start pitching yourself as a guest. Lead with your expertise and the specific value that you bring to your audience. Even better when you pitch an episode topic surrounding your expertise that you're already kind of known for and leaving breadcrumbs for online, and pitch that and go on podcast specifically speaking around that topic. Podcast episodes are something that adds up faster than you think. And it has the added bonus of putting you in front of someone else's warm, engaged audience at the same time. So basically, what is good for your overall brand awareness, building trust and credibility, as well as authority, is going to be what's going to be good for getting AI to not just discover you, but recommend you to your ideal customers, clients, and patients too. So let's bring this all home, guys. Okay. AI discovery, if you haven't heard, is not a trend. My bank account will tell you it is not a trend. This is real and it's something to pay attention to. We're calling it the new referral economy because it's already happening, whether or not you're paying attention to it. And if it's not happening for you yet, I don't want you to be discouraged, but understand it's probably happening for your competitors. So if you haven't jumped on this bus yet, the time is now before everybody starts getting smart to this, and people are getting smarter to this. The experts and brands who are going to win in the next 5 years are the ones building real authority now through media coverage, educational content that answers questions, through strategic visibility, not just performative content for the algorithm, through consistent expert positioning, and a digital presence that feels and reflects exactly about how exceptional you are. Factor PR bringing in over 6 figures from AI discovery was not an accident. It was the result of years of doing the work, showing up consistently, and building credibility in places that matter. And the beautiful thing is that you can do this too. I want this for you. This is something that we do for our clients. And whether or not we work together, I want you to do this too. It doesn't require a massive budget or a huge team. We even teach people how to do this in our Realfluence Authority Accelerator. It just requires intention, strategy, and a commitment to showing up as the expert that you already are. So if you want help building this kind of visibility through AI for your brand, of course, come find me at FACTEURPR.com. And if this episode resonated with you, I would really, really appreciate it if you could share it with a fellow founder, entrepreneur, marketing expert, whoever needs to hear this, because that's how we grow this community one share at a time. I'm Rena Goodwin, and thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this episode was very helpful. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode deposited some useful advice and insights to help you grow your wealth. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future conversations. You can find more resources, episode details, and updates at growyourwealthpodcast.com. And let's keep the conversation going on Instagram. Follow me at Grow Your Wealth Podcast. I'd love to hear your thoughts, questions, or takeaway from today's show. Until next time, remember, burnout is optional. Take care, and I'll see you next week.